In this position, my opponent just moved the bishop back here, and that move is a blunder. And why is it a blunder? That's because I can sacrifice my rook here. I am a big Gotham chess fan. And in this position, opponent's queen is trapped. And even if they can move the queen, they are just going to lose the rook, just lose the house, and be completely lost. So opponent decided to capture here. So what is the idea behind that rook sacrifice? It's to lure the queen into the square. And now I can land this check. And now that is simply a royal fork. And on the next move, I capture the queen. Guys, in today's video, I'll be playing 3 very instructive rapid chess games. And without further ado, let's quickly get the game started. Alright, who do we have here? We have a 2248 rated player. Let's go for the French defense. Okay, are we going to see the exchange, advance, opponent exchange? Opponent is saying, bro, I'm not interested in any battle. So what are we doing here? We are just going to develop our pieces, bring our pieces out and just castle. Okay, opponent would love to trade their dark square bishop here because the dark square bishop is usually opponent's sad bishop. But I do not want the bishop here, so I'm going to try to neutralize the bishop. If opponent wants to trade, he might guess the opponent is no longer trading. Let's castle. A move like this, I expect trying to take advantage of something here. Okay, I love this check. I love that check. Oh, let me just play that. Wow, this is now interesting. This is not interesting. Let's go for this pin. I love this pin. I'm looking at playing a move like this and then bringing my knight into the square. Play a move like this. That's c6, supporting my pawn here. A move like this. All right, I'm just going back, I guess. Bro, feel like sacking here. That does nothing aside from lose material. Opponent's king is going to be seated here. I'm not sure if opponent really wants to do what they are doing. Maybe they want to. Oh, let's go here. I think I need to stay away from this pin. The pin is quite annoying. So let's play a move like this. Proceed my development and stay away from the pin. Oh, shoot. How did I miss that? Look at my king side. King side is in so much ruins. This is crazy. This is so crazy. I'm looking at playing a move like this and just going here next. Opponent can land a knight here. Oh my goodness me. Okay, I think I can just capture the knight. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Opponent plays this move now, I can capture here. But then I can play a move like this. Opponent has a check. Wow, guys. How am I messing this up so bad? I love to play a move like this. I do not have that. So let's say I go here. Justice, do not panic. Let's say I go here. Opponent captures here with check. I can capture here if I wish to. Is there another check I should worry about? I'm not seeing it. Okay, I think I'm going to play this move. Let's go here. Opponent lands this check. I can always capture that piece. I'm also trying to finish my development, but it is not allowing me. Let's go here. Like this move. Although now this is pinned. But I don't think I want to allow a pawn here. That pawn just becomes a serious nuisance. That's not something I think I appreciate. A move like this, I'm interested in playing. Doesn't really seems to do a lot for me. Okay, connecting my rooks should not be bad, so I can contest for this open file. That looks interesting. Alright, let's connect my rooks. Maybe opponent wants to trade here. If I play a move like this, kind of interested in playing a move like that. For one, it breaks this pin, and if opponent captures here, I capture here. That is not too good. What else do I worry about? Does my opponent sacrifice material? Not really. The good thing for my opponent is that they did not even sacrifice any material to get into this position. That's very good for my opponent. I'm looking at this game got really crazy very quickly. I'm looking at bringing my knight here, and the knight is just going to keep an eye on this square, just making sure opponent cannot play that move. Capturing here comes to mind, except it does nothing. I think I should go here. Should go there. So that my opponent doesn't open up a discovered attack, a discovered check on my king. I don't want that happening. Let's go there. Opponent has to be careful how they handle this position. Moving this knight now just allows checkmate here. A check here looks interesting. I should have gone for it. Oh, but it doesn't. It's just yes, yes. I should have gone for it. How did I miss that? Okay. Is it that good? I told you guys already. Opponent cannot play this move. I told you guys. Because the moment they play such a move, that's checkmate. What a game. That got crazy very, very quickly. Let's quickly see what happened in this game. I played with 76.1% accuracy. At some point, I actually blundered and the opponent was completely winning. Opponent played with 68.9. That was a crazy game, very complicated. Let's quickly see what happened in the game. It was the exchange French. I was just thinking it's just going to be a normal game. But before I knew what was happening, game got crazy very quickly. I castled my king here. I landed a check here. I was thinking my opponent was going to block the check. Opponent just moved away. And I know that position should be good for me. I kicked the bishop away. And then I went for a pin. Okay, the engine is saying that's not too good. But the position was still better for me. And that's still acceptable. The engine is not really frowning at this move. I think my mistake was not capturing here and allowing my opponent to do this. I think that's one of my mistakes. Yes, that's one of my mistakes, and he just gave up the advantage. Opponent captured there. Now I have double pawns. I try to defend the pawn this way. The engine is suggesting I play a move like this and allow my opponent to capture here. Position is better for my opponent. And then I followed it with yet another mistake. An opponent strike with this move. Opponent had to capture here. And then I capture here. And after opponent captures here, oh, it makes sense now. Now that I'm looking at the position, it makes sense. If I move like this, opponent can capture here. Wait. Opponent had capture here, I capture here. What's the follow-up? Is it that my opponent just push pawn forward? Yes. Opponent just push pawn forward. Opponent is crashing through on this part of the board and it is crazy. Wow. But none of that happened in the game. Opponent pushed the pawn immediately and then I landed. I just tried to block this queen out. Opponent captured there. Capturing with my king was the best. And here, oh guys, look how I blundered. Look how I blundered. I just blundered a fork. Wow. And opponent missed it. Then I moved away from the fork. Wow. And I guess opponent was just realized, oh, that was a fork. I should have gone for the move. And then opponent decided to go for the move. And that was just bad as I just delivered checkmate on the next move. Okay, I was thinking this would have been a good move. But okay, the opponent can just run away like this. The move is not as good as I like it to be. And this is pinned. Mind you, this is pinned. So I cannot really capture here with a discovered check. Okay. Opponent blunder checkmate in one, and I deliver checkmate in one. Let's quickly get another game started. Okay, we have a 22-30 rated player here. Opponent is going for the English opening. Let's go for this setup. I play this setup. Now the Queen's Gambit declined. The opponent has transposed the position so the Queen's Gambit declined. Capturing here can be a move. Let me castle here. This is going to likely turn to a Slav defense. Okay. Modern variation of the Queen's Gambit declined. Opponent captures here, I can capture here. I'm also looking at playing a move like this. I'm not in a haste to move this my bishop. That's because the moment I move this bishop, opponent has ideas of playing moves like this. I'm putting pressure on this pawn. But I moved the bishop instead of the knight. I wanted to move the knight, I moved the bishop. What was that move from me? What was that move from me? Crazy stuff. Alright, I think I should move the knight here. Opponent captures here, capture here, and then capture here. What am I doing, guys? It's been a while since I played rapid chess, but I should not be playing like this. But it's not the end of the world. If opponent captures here, maybe opponent wants to double up my pawn here. Maybe I don't mind, but deep down I mind. Deep down I really mind. Deep down I really, really mind. Don't double up my pawn, bro. Okay, if opponent ever push this pawn forward, I'm looking at just trying to undermine the pawn like this. So let's go here first. Let's start putting pressure on this pawn. And I'm asking opponent, how do you defend this pawn? If opponent push the pawn forward, I just want to push pawn forward. That's what I just want to do. Push pawn forward. The opponent plays a move like this. Feel like pushing pawn forward, opponent just captures. You have nothing there. I could go here. Trying to say I'm putting pressure here, but that's not pressure. I have no pressure. Alright, maybe I should go here. I think I should go here. Let's open up, let's try something here. Opponent wants to land their knight here, and I'm going to remove that knight. But the moment opponent lands the knight here, I should be able to grab myself a pawn here. For now, I'm threatening to just capture this. A move like this is not going to be surprising. So a move like this, how do I respond to that? Do I play a move like this? Or do I just move my... Do I move my rook away from this B file. I love to have that rook on the B file. I think I might play a move like this. Okay, opponent just captures here. This my knight on the center of the board. I would not like to trade it. Move like this, I'm quite interested in playing. Doesn't seem to do much for me. Going here doesn't do anything for me. Alright, let's play a move like this. Trying to support this pawn. A move like this, I suspect my opponent is likely going to be playing next. So before that happens, I think I want to have my rook here. So after I move like this, I can go here. No, I think I'm interested in, I'm drawn towards playing a move like this. So that I can kick this and have threat of capturing this pawn in the future. Because if they move this pawn is no longer defended. So let's go here first. Is there another threat I should watch out for? I'm not seeing it. If opponent captures here, I have no issues. I'm just going to recapture. If opponent moves here, I can always go capture this pawn. That's something we should have in mind. Pushing this pawn forward comes to my mind. And if opponent captures this bishop, mind you guys, that's not a bishop I'm unhappy to lose. Happy to lose that bishop. That's not one of my best pieces. Bishop is blocked in by its own pawn. So glad to lose the bishop. A move like this looks interesting. Okay, opponent doesn't play such a move. What if I push pawn forward? Opponent can go grab here. What if I go here? What if I go here? Trying to defend that pawn by putting something in the way. That should make some sense. That makes some sense. Opponent would love to play moves like this. I think I'm just going to capture here. And if opponent has a pawn seated here, then this pawn, while it is a weakness, not a weakness my opponent can easily get to. Okay, I saw that move coming from a million miles away. Okay. Opponent is likely going to be playing a move like this next. Wow. Looks likely I'm going to be going here next. Also, we need to watch out for moves like sacrificing here and losing this. Going here, we do not have. A move like this, I kind of like. I think I like this move. Opponent can go capture this pawn. But that's a double pawns on the A file. Not like I care too much about those pawns. These two pawns, they feel like a single pawn. So if opponent captures them, I'm looking at playing a move like this then. And if opponent plays a move like this, I can capture here, capture here. I could also just capture here. So let's see how opponent responds to this. We need to keep an eye on this rook because we know something about pinned pieces. Pinned pieces gives you an illusion of defense. And there might be a tactic here. There might be a tactic arising there. So let's say opponent push pawn forward. I think I'm going to ignore and just play this move. If opponent push pawn forward, I ignore, play a move like this. Opponent captures here, that will be a free queen. So they can't capture there, and I'm putting pressure here. So how do they defend this? Opponent is thinking, do I go for this pawn or not? Opponent doesn't. And now I think I want to go here. I think I'm interested in going here now. For one good reason, I'm putting pressure on this pawn. That should be enough reason. That should be enough reason. Let's go here. I'm putting pressure on this pawn and I'm also threatening to capture here because we have a pin here. Maybe opponent plays a move like this. Ooh. Okay, then I can swing over here, I guess. If open, oh, that also works. That also works. Let's swing over here. I'm also staying away from this evil. So we have the threat of capturing here and capturing here. We also have the threat of just going here. And that will be some trade. That will be some trade there. We need to watch out for my back rank as well. This pawn is weak, so at the end of the line, I might be losing this pawn. This pawn is as good as dead. Also, if opponent captures here, I need to start watching out for some kind of fork here. Let's see how opponent handles this mess. Do I want to sack here? Nah, not really. Not really. That's begging for trouble. I wish I do not have this weakness, but I have the weakness and I have to deal with it. But now we can capture here. And he hits my opponent's queen. Yeah. Opponent captures here. That's a queen. Yes, that's an I should be winning material. That's winning the exchange. That should be me winning the exchange. Try going here. It seems to do anything for me. What else can I do? We just capture here. I can sack here, and after opening trade, then I capture here. Can't I do that? I can. And I should be fine. I think I should be fine. Because we just captured the key defender of this knight. So now that we have removed the knight, we can capture here. These pawns, I'm going to be losing them. So it seems. Also, a move like this looks very interesting. A move like this, wait. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one to analyze. Let's see. It's going to be a very interesting game to analyze. A move like this looks very interesting. Because if opponent moves away, I just grab myself a pawn here. Opponent is thinking to capture here or not. I think at the end of the day, I may want to hold on to my pawn. I might just want to hold on to my pawn. I can go capture here. That's a pawn. That's a pawn. Move like this, opponent would like to play. Opponent just doesn't have it, and opponent resigns. What a game. Let's quickly see what happened in this game. Wow, I played with 92.1% accuracy. Opponent played with 85.2%. That was an incredible game from me. Let's quickly see what happened in this game. I thought I should have some brilliant moves there, but there was no brilliant move. It was the English opening, and then it transposed into the Queen's Gambit declined modern variation. And so far, so good. We were playing book moves. Opponent deviated from the book move first, and then I mouse slipped. Yes, I just mouse slipped that. I wanted to move my knight here. The amount of time I mouse slip is very crazy. I wanted to move my knight here, which is an excellent move. But then I mouse slip my bishop here. After talking about why the bishop move is bad, and then I made a mistake. Opponent captures here. Okay, which is not the best move. And after I captured back, opponent just grabs my knight. I was left with no option than to capture. And from the opening phase of the game, opponent is simply happy. I launch my knight into the center of the board. Immediately, my opponent allows me. And then opponent traded here. And after the trade, opponent launched their knight forward. Maybe they wanted to go for my bishop, as you are going to see in the game. But this is not a very happy bishop. The bishop is blocked in by its own pawn here. Bishop is not really doing a lot. The bishop is not doing a lot, so I just decided to defend my pawn here. An opponent captured here, which is already an inaccurate move. I recaptured. And I think the reason opponent played this move is so that whenever they play this move, they do not worry about losing this pawn here. And then they were also putting pressure on this pawn. So I decided to interfere with the queen's vision of that square by moving my rook there. I was also planning to double up here and see if I could get anything here. But then opponent strike my knight. I move the knight away, and opponent strikes my queen again. That's a fork, hitting this and hitting this. I moved here. I was just trying to put pressure here, and I was thinking opponent will capture this pawn. Opponent just realized that pawn is already on the edge of the board. The double pawns, maybe it's not worth the move. So opponent decided to move something else, and then strike with this move. Oh, that's not good. Engine wanted me to go here. But well, I went forward. I was just trying to put pressure on this pawn. And I was seeing some tactics already. Opponent defended. I slide my other rook over, putting more pressure on the pawn. And opponent defended that way. Then I captured here. Opponent now I'm hitting my opponent's queen. The problem here is that if opponent captures here, I'm able to just capture the queen. And at the end of the line, I should be up material and winning position. If opponent captures here, I think I can play a move like this. Not really. Opponent captures here. Okay. If opponent captures here, gets complicated, but at the end of the day, I should be up material. Maybe I just look at my background. Maybe I play moves like this. But none of that happened in the game. Instead of capturing, the opponent moves their queen. And notice something, guys. By moving our knight here, we just captured a key defender of this knight. So now we have two pieces attacking this knight. So what do? I play a desperado move by sacrificing the knight first, knowing that I'm going to get the knight. So before I capture my opponent's knight, I sacrifice my knight. And after the trade, I captured here. Opponent traded here. And then opponent played this move, just trying to keep an eye on this pawn so that they can play a move like this if they wish to. Although they could play a move like this, technically, okay, they can't because I can capture here. They can't play a move like that. So they are just trying to activate their king, also defend this pawn. Then I captured here, and opponent resigns. Let's quickly get another game started. Okay, we have a 2288 rated player here, playing with the white pieces. Let's go with the king's pawn opening. Okay, looks like we might get a Scotch Gambit here. And the Scotch Gambit, it might be Here's the Scotch Gambit it is. Let's see how my opponent handles it. Okay. Not very well. Not very well. I think I am interested in castling here. Let me castle my king. A move like this, I'm not really worried about. Opponent is just saying justice. Count me out. Let's play a move like this and develop our piece here. We are trying to get leading development here. Also, this move allows me to play a move like this. But the good thing for my opponent is that they have moved their knight here. Okay, opponent is saying justice. I am not interested. I really feel like playing moves like this and trying to go for this just won't work. Just would not work. What if I play a move like this, trying to defend this pawn? Opponent can play this move. I need to watch out for that move. Let's capture here. Let's capture here. Opponent can capture here. I think I am interested in just swinging my rook over. I'm gaining a tempo. Maybe I should play a move like this instead, so that my opponent is unable to push this pawn forward to support this evil knight. And if I play a move like this, I think opponent would just be forced to move the knight away. Yes, I think I prefer such a move. Taking this knight away comes to mind. Playing moves like this also comes to mind. Opponent did not play the main line of the Scotch. Okay, now it is no longer the Scotch. It is even the Italian game. I wanted to play the Scotch Gambit, but now it is the Italian game. So I think I'm interested in playing this move. If I had attacked the piece this way, okay, opponent move that way. Oh, I just give up pawns for... Let's give that up. Let's double up my opponent's pawn. I have lead in development, or do I? I think I do, but I have an isolated pawn as well, and I'm downward pawn. I'm looking at attacking this pawn, but opponent can easily defend the pawn this way or this way. This is game. This is game. This is game. The game is on. This bishop is not too happy. What if my opponent moves the bishop this way? Okay, what if I go here now? If I go here now, I'm putting pressure on this pawn. Also, pushing pawn forward comes to my mind. Maybe opponent defends this way. Now that my opponent defends that way, what if I just push pawn forward? What is opponent going to play? If I just push pawn forward, I'm just threatening to capture here. Opponent captures here, I can capture here. What is my opponent going to play here? The queen is a defender of this bishop, so opponent cannot lose this queen, because the moment they lose the queen, I'm able to capture here. So I think this should be a good move. Opponent moves away, I capture. Can opponent defend? No. So I think I should be getting my pawn back. Let's go. Let's go. I should be getting my pawn back. Or can I hold on to the pawn? That might be another question. That might be a question we should be answering. Can I continue to hold on to my pawn? A move like this doesn't work. A move like this doesn't work. A move like this, I just capture the queen. And after the trade, I capture the bishop, because the bishop is no longer defended. So opponent cannot afford to play such a move. Playing any move like this or capturing here just loses the game immediately. Also, a move like this loses because I'm going to capture, and now I'm just forcing my opponent's hands. I'm saying, what are you going to do now? Okay, opponent does this. Let's go here. I'm asking my opponent to move the queen away. And then I'm looking at putting my bishop here. To have my rooks connected cannot be bad. Opponent is thinking whether to move the queen. No, I think they are thinking, where do I move my queen? Not whether to move the queen, because they have to move the queen. It's not negotiable. It is not negotiable. If opponent moves here, I'm going to capture here first. And after that, I should be able to capture here, weaken my opponent pawn structure. And then I'm looking at hopping in here. Okay, opponent goes there. A move like this comes to my mind. But then opponent captures here. And after I move like this, opponent can capture here. Oh, okay. Yes. Opponent can do all of that. I do not appreciate that. Let's go back here. I like this pin. I think it is nasty. Let's continue to be nasty. Opponent is going to play moves like this. Bro, be my guest. I also feel like just sacking here, but that's begging for trouble. That should be begging for trouble. Let's not beg for trouble here. Sacking here, going here, makes no sense. I think I want to swing my other rook here if I have the opportunity to. Swing my other rook into the game. Let the rooks be active. Opponent's rook is disconnected, which is not something my opponent is happy about. If opponent plays a move like this, I think we can go grab here first. And after the trade, I hop in here. I think I'm glad with my position. I'm happy with my position. So opponent doesn't want to move this knight. Maybe they might be interested in moving the knight here. Doesn't really seems to be good. A move like this, opponent would like to play, trying to go for this pawn, but they do not have that. That square is very well guarded. I'm looking at just swinging my other rook into the game. I love this middle game. Hopefully, I do not mess it up. All right, opponent is going their way. Opponent is baiting me into doing this, but not today, bro. Not today. Not today. How do I proceed here? If I capture here, what happens? Nothing. What if I go here? Kind of like that move. Centralizing my knight. Opponent just moves away. And just moves away. Just move the bishop here. That looks like it's solidifying the position. A move like this I like. Opponent just play a move like this, a move like this. Yes, I'm not complaining. Okay, let's play a move like this. If opponent captures here, I should be able to capture here. If opponent captures here, I'm happy to capture with my knight. So opponent is likely going to push pawn forward. And then I go here, and then I have this pin coming again. All right, so let's go. Oh, I do not have this pin if I have a pawn there. But I think I should play a move like this. Let's go here. A move like this, then I follow it up with this move. Pinning a tempo on this bishop. Then I throw in a move like this. I'm going to recapture back. You see this pawn here? That pawn might become a weakness or of strength in the position. So I'm kind of careful with that pawn. That's a pawn you lose and regret losing. So, and that's a pawn opponent always has to watch out for, because at some point I have some ideas of sacrificing here and pushing the pawn forward. All right, let's go here. Let's go here. My knights are getting active. A move like this comes to mind. I think I want to capture here. Opponent captures with the knight. I feel like going here. Opponent can play this move. What do I play now? Capture here. Opponent captures here. I just capture a queen. If I capture the opponent cannot capture with their queen. They are forced to capture with their knight. I think I like that. My opponent is capturing with the knight. I'm okay with that. Okay. Coming here seems to be good. I would love to play something else. But if I capture here, it does absolutely nothing for me. If I go grab this pawn, opponent can capture here, but then I push pawn. But the problem is that opponent is not going to capture here immediately. So if I capture here, instead of capturing immediately, opponent hits me with this move. Just like that. No longer feeling my position. If I go here, it allows, okay, even if I don't, opponent can easily still play moves like this. Alright, alright, alright. Opponent is just going to come back here. So let's go here. Let's just go back. I wanted to move my knight here, but opponent, so that my knight, my queen keeps an eye on this pawn. But regardless of what I play, that's exactly what my opponent is going to be doing. Okay, let's swing this rook over to the only open file on the board. Opponent captures here. You do not want to be capturing there. Opponent doesn't want to do that. I know. I know for a fact opponent does not want to do that. Okay, let's go here. You have one threat in mind, going here and capturing this, just trying to weaken my opponent's king side. Cannot be bad. And then I have moves like this and capturing this. The opponent handles this mess. A move like this looks interesting, but a check here looks much more interesting. I do not expect my opponent to capture here. That is screaming trouble. That is shouting trouble. I'm not expecting my opponent to play such a move. The move is just saying trouble, trouble, trouble. And I have an idea of simply just going here. I have an idea of simply going there and capturing here. So opponent is going back. And guys, tactics, tactics. Can you spot the winning move here? Can you spot the winning move, guys? Can you spot the winning move? If you're a Gotham chess fan, you should find it. The winning move is by sacrificing the rook. We are simply trying to lure our opponent's queen here, and then we land a check here. We pick up the queen, and that's just GG's. Look at that. And if opponent moves, yes, give me that. Give me the evil queen. Oh, what is opponent up to now? You trying to flag me? Don't do that. I'll not do that. Can't flag me. You cannot flag me. Now I have a pass pawn here. Pass pawn is running. Let's go here. I'm just going to take. Okay, opponent is trying to flag me. Yes, just this. You have to recognize that and play accordingly. A move like this looks good, but then I hit my opponent with this move. The bishop is under attack. The queen is under attack. Okay, but then maybe opponent plays a move like this. Then I go here. The opponent doesn't do any of that. So yeah. A move like this looks interesting. I'm just going for this pawn. Now my okay, I told you guys already. Going for this pawn. What my opponent is up to, but we are going to find out. So we can land a check here. Everything here is winning for me. Like just sacking here. Should not. Pushing, pushing, pushing. That's just the game plan. Push, push, push. While also making sure I have an eye on this diagonal. I don't want my opponent giving me an unnecessary check. Yeah, if opponent plays this move, I just capture here. Opponent doesn't know how to resign, but we are going to convert. We are just going to convert. I just have to lock in and not end up making a devastating blunder because I'm capable of doing that. I do that a lot, completely winning and find a way to lose the game. Okay, what is our move? Bro, resign. Okay, it's not going to resign. Guy never resigns. Okay, finally found the resign button. What a game. Let's quickly see what happened in this game. Wow. I played with 91.6% accuracy. Opponent played with 83.4% accuracy. Decent game from both sides. At the beginning of the game, I kind of messed it up, and opponent had the advantage. But once I seized the advantage, I just never let go. And I also had a brilliant move here, and I know what that brilliant move is. Let's quickly see. I thought I was going for the Scotch Gambit, but then my opponent found a way to turn the game into the Italian game. And now the position was just kind of tricky for me, not the usual Scotch game I usually play. And here I play this move. Okay, I should have pushed my pawn forward. Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense. Now that I'm thinking about it, it makes sense. But instead of doing that, I put my bishop here. I forgot that the knight is not a pawn. The knight just goes back. And then I decided to give up the bishop pair. And just like that, my opponent has the advantage. But then my opponent made a mistake by playing a move like this. There's something we know about pinned pieces. Well, this is a combination of pin tactics and remove the defender. So this queen is the only defender of this piece. So once I push this pawn forward, opponent cannot capture here or push the pawn forward, and opponent cannot defend this pawn. There is no way to defend the pawn. So opponent decided to play defend their bishop. So I captured here, they moved their queen, and then I went for this move. I thought that was an amazing move. Not really. The engine is frowning. I went back, opponent strike again. Wow, that was the best move in the position. Crazy stuff. And then I decided, yes, I'm so proud of this move. I decided to hit my opponent with this move. I just wanted to weaken the king side. Since they are interested in weakening their king side, let me help them do that. And then I hope my knight there. Okay, the engine wanted me to reroute this way. Reroute this way. Kind of makes sense now that I'm thinking about it. But I did not do that. Instead, I went the other way. Capture there. And then I came back, which is the best move. And then, I brought my other rook into the game. And then I centralized my knight. And this move comes with some kind of threat. I was threatening to go here and capture here on the next move, just trying to weaken my opponent's king side over more. But then my opponent plays this move. And oh my goodness, we strike with a brilliant queen sacrifice. This is the attraction tactic. We are simply attracting the queen into a square the queen doesn't want to be in. And the queen is trapped. Crazy, the queen is trapped. So opponent is not even left with any option. And if opponent is left with some option and decide to move their queen, well, they lose their rook. The game is completely over. So they captured there. I landed this check, captured here. And opponent decided to prolong the game for some extra moves. Opponent was hoping I make some blunders, but everything is winning for me here. And guys, if you have made it this far into the video, do not forget to like, and subscribe for more videos like this.